One of the things that we've seen in this pandemic is there have been a lot of businesses that have been grinding and putting in the work, and it's finally catching fire and you're experiencing a lot of growth very quickly. Now this is great on one hand because the business is starting to do well, you're making money and all that exciting stuff, but on the other hand, if your structure is not set up the right way, if you weren't prepared for that growth, you can run into a lot of obstacles that can shut you down very quickly. Once again, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I just want you guys to be really aware of what's going on. And so the primary thing we want to do is make sure that your setup is correct from the beginning. It's easier to have a good legal foundation than it is to repair a problem later on. So the first thing we want to look at is, what does your business setup look like? Did you do it yourself? Did you have help do it? Did you have a lawyer set it up? And has your business changed significantly from when you first started to now that you're doing well and you've become more successful? A lot of things that people don't realize is when you're in startup mode, when you're in growth mode, there are different needs and protections that you're going to have in place than when the business is doing well and you have more assets to protect. A lot of times, some of the structures and the things that you put in place when you really aren't, making it like that will be entirely different than some of the structures and protections you need in place when there's 5, 6-figure months, 7-figure months in your company. So the first thing you want to do is take a look at all of your assets and all of your structures to make sure that they're set up the right way. Now, the second thing we want to do, which is very practical, and this is where a lot of business owners get into a lot of trouble, is make sure that you are running your business legitimately and operating your company like a company. So what do I mean by that? Breaking and piercing the corporate veil. And this is when a court can hold you personally responsible because you're not running your stuff the right way. You're not actually operating your business with the proper accounts. You don't have a real accounting system in place. You don't have a bookkeeper. You don't have an accountant that you do regular reports to. You don't have an organized book of accounting, book of numbers and records of all the things in your company. And so why do I say this? I say this because these are the types of errors and mistakes that can creep up on you slowly over time, and that 1 month where you weren't organized turns into a couple of years and you don't have a real accounting of your stuff. Legally, you don't have your actual documents on place. The operating agreement was something that you found on some website 2 years ago, and that was cool when your business wasn't doing much, but now that it's successful, this is going to be a problem, because if something does happen, this is what's going to enable somebody to come after you personally and tear down everything that you built up. This is what's going to enable somebody to sue you. This is what's going to enable somebody to take the money out of your company or from your personal assets because you weren't set up properly. Now, the saddest thing about this is that a lot of these issues can be prevented if you have a proper game plan in place. So I want to share with you a resource that we have coming forward called the Power Team Playbook. And this is that game plan that business owners can use to figure out where they are right now. They can assess, hey, our business is doing this well, we're making this much money, we're at this phase. So here's where we are, and now the next thing that the resource has is actionable steps that you can take to move to the next level. So whether it be installing regular contracts or having regular meetings with your advisors, your power team, whether it's moving on to the next level, creating an S corporation, all these different sorts of things. The Power Team Playbook was created so you can assess where you are and have action items and action steps that you can take right now to move to the next level. But if you want to receive this, then click the link, sign up for the wait list so you can be one of the people to get it. Once again, I wish nothing for the best for y'all. I hope this video wasn't a bit too scary for you, but I gotta be honest with you guys. I see this stuff all the time, and like I said, one of the worst things that can happen is for you to build up a business out of nothing and for it to become successful, and then you get hit with some legal action that brings you all the way back. So I don't want to see that happen. So watch this video, listen to these tips, and implement these things right now so you don't lose what you built. All right, y'all. Until next video, peace.